Let's talk about copyright and fair use. First of all, the interesting thing about copyright is that you don't actually have to go anywhere like the patent office and file anything. Copyright happens automatically as soon as you create your work. You don't have to register it, it's yours, and your rights are protected. You can reproduce that work, you can spin off from your own work, you can make copies of your own work and sell your own work, you can perform your own work publicly, and you can display your work. Um, all of those things because it's yours, and other people can't because it's not theirs. So, what do you get to copyright? Anything written, music, anything performed dramatically, the choreography that goes with a dance or dramatic performance, pictures, graphs, artwork, clip art, sculpted images, all that stuff, motion picture or other audio visuals, sound recordings like the one I'm making. I have a copyrighted thing right here that I'm recording, and architecture like blueprints and plans. Things are copyrighted for 70 years after the author has died. You can have co-authors, and that's 70 years after the last surviving person. You can pass on copyrights. So let's say I die, but I leave something to my daughter that's been copyrighted by me. It will be 70 years after my daughter passes away, unless she delivers or puts that in writing that it passes on to the next person too. Um, I can sell my copyright to someone else. Um, and that's happened a lot. It happens a lot with songs. It happened with Michael Jackson purchased a large number of the Beatles songs, and that's why we don't. The Beatles songs are still copyright protected, and that's why McCarthy wants to get the rights now that Michael Jackson has died. Anyway, it's a whole great big court case. But you can sell all the rights to your work to somebody else. Now, fair use, on the other hand, is what we use in education. Fair use says that if a person wishes to use part of someone else's work, uh, they can for educational purposes or to educate the public in some way. Otherwise, you need to have written permission, and it has to be a very small thing. Now, anything on the United States government websites, that's called public domain. You can use that freely. You don't have to copyright it or anything. It's nice to cite your sources when you have to do that for papers. But you can use it without anybody's particular permission. So teachers and students do have access to fair use. We get to borrow parts of an original work so long as we're using it for education. Now here's the kicker. You cannot use it to make money in any way, shape, or form. It has to be, I'm putting this image up on this PowerPoint and I'm showing you guys, and now I'm taking it off and I'm done with it. So, nothing that's going to make money or hurt the sale of this particular item to somebody else. It also has to be factual. Nothing, no work of fiction or creative work can be used for fair use. And also has to be a very small quantity, and the portion that I use cannot be crucial to the entire work. I can't use the whole of a song lyric in the yearbook, for example. I can't print the school song in the yearbook because that's illegal. However, I do get away with quoting quotes, like the student quotes, if they want to quote song lyrics, because it's a teeny weeny piece. It's not sung, and it has no effect on the larger piece or somebody making money off of that song. So you will need to put the little chart at the end of these notes down in your notebook and memorize this, because this is how you will know what is fair use and what is not.